The next gentleman on stage is the CTO of crypto space. His name is Erick Calder, and I would like to welcome him on stage.
Hello. Guten Tag. Es ist eine Ehre, heute hier zu sein. Ja. Und es ist fantastisch, so viele von Ihnen zu sehen. Verzeihen Sie mir, aber ich werde auf Englisch sprechen, da es für mich einfacher ist. Forgive me for treating you to my terrible German, but I thought I'd give it a try. So it's an honor for me to be here today. It's really amazing to see so many of you here. My name is Erick Calder, and I'm Chief Technology Officer at CryptoSpace. I'm also the co-founder of Alluvial Rewards, the VOW initiative in the US and Mexico. And I think, there we go, okay. I'd like to give you a little background on me. Most of my working life was spent on Wall Street, working for investment banks, fund managers, brokerages, retail banks, and other institutions. Some of these include Société Générale's TCW, and Continental Bank, Legg Mason's Western Asset, Wedbush, the primary dealership, First Interstate, and the Mitsubishi United Financial Group. In 2012, I found the Satoshi paper, and I understood immediately the vast implications of cryptocurrencies to human society. I have devoted my life to the crypto cause, which is why I'm so excited about VOW. Like everyone here, I have made a personal vow to change the world. Frankfurt is the birthplace of the world's capital markets. It was from this city that Mayor Amschel Rothschild sent his 5 arrows into the world to build an economic architecture that has powered us through great growth. But that system has served a small few much better than the rest of us, and has outlived its usefulness. The next iteration of the world's economy, what we're building now, will be more organic, fair, and resilient. And therefore, it seems to me most fitting that we should inaugurate it here in Frankfurt. I want to talk today about fire and light. The Greek titan Prometheus is said to have stolen fire from the gods and given it to humanity. Fire brings light in the darkness, and we are arising from the darkness. Humanity has made several attempts at a period of enlightenment, and today we are at a crossroads again. We must elevate, or possibly sink into oblivion. The fire in the story represents civilization, knowledge, technology. And of particular relevance is technology that allows us to communicate and transfer value freely and transnationally. To this end, I wish to highlight 3 Promethean characters that each have brought a gift of light to the world. The first of these is Phil Zimmerman, the hacker extraordinaire who published the source code for PGP. The encryption algorithms he made public have allowed for private and secure communications and serve as the keystone for cryptocurrency technology. Like Prometheus, Phil paid a price, and no, his liver wasn't eaten by eagles every day. That was a joke. So Prometheus, that was his fate, right? Instead, he was charged with the U.S. government, by the U.S. government with violation of ITAR regulations. ITAR regulations deal with the export of munitions. So encryption apparently was considered a weapon in the United States. And I guess this should come as no surprise, for the ability to transact privately represents a direct challenge to those who would control everything. The second of these Prometheans was Satoshi Nakamoto, whose gift to humanity was real money on the internet. What Nakamoto did in solving the Byzantine general's problem was to remove human agency from monetary policy, and in doing so create an incorruptible form of value. And learning from Zimmerman, the clever Nakamoto managed to conceal his identity and avoid the wrath of the priests. Yes, priests. For today, money today is a dark art, with priests, temples, and a whole apparatus for maintaining the shroud of secrecy required for it to survive. And this brings us to our third character, Bish Schneer, here with us today. His gift is to bring light into this curated obscurity. The first two of these Promethean gifts were essentially plumbing. They were rudiments requisite for building something bigger. The third gift completes the picture and constitutes a financial innovation, not a technical one. VOW is not about better algorithms or more clever protocols. VOW is about people. And to make this happen, Bish needed to do two things, which he has accomplished exceedingly well. One is to bring together brilliant minds that could think through the complexities of rolling out a brand new economic model onto the existing infrastructure. And two, to distill the essence of a complex system into a simple message that is accessible to large numbers of people. So, unlike Nakamoto, who could unleash his solution from the safety of anonymity, to make this happen, Bish must do it in the light of day, ironically copying the playbook of the New World Order. It has to be done in the open, because to transform a planet, we must reach out to everyone. And to avoid Zimmerman's fate, we must all do it with him. We must do this big, we must do this together. I took this picture of my Ledger wallet. It has this most appropriate piece of Latin, viris in numeris. There is strength in numbers. And when we reach consensus on a direction or a path and create sufficient momentum, we are unstoppable. We need to become unstoppable. because nothing less is sufficient to change the world. And this is why we're here. We are here to change the world. I love the slogan of this project, "The future of money is promising." It is indeed. But it's a funny thing to say today in a world of threatening inflationary pressures, the dismemberment of the world's capital markets at the hands of sanctions, and of military conflicts. Yet despite this darkness, I feel a sense of promise. By decentralizing currency issuance, those to whom money is actually useful are allowed to exercise the thinking currently delegated to central banks, such that rather than monetary policy being driven by politics and warfare, it is driven by economic necessity. Imagine that. And in the process, we discover that money and economic cycles are not as complicated as we've been led to believe. When Boris Yeltsin first visited the United States during a Houston visit to NASA, he was allowed, at his absolute insistence, to visit a grocery store. He wanted to see what ordinary people in America lived like, and what he saw astounded him. He's reported to have said that if Muscovites, who had to queue up in long lines for daily essentials, could see that grocery store, there would be a revolution. In his book Recapture the Rapture, which a good friend of mine gave to me, Jamie Wheel expounds, beyond the simple abundance he witnessed, Yeltsin couldn't wrap his head around how it all got done. Thousands of products and vendors, and somehow all of it arrived fresh, on time, and in overwhelming quantity. To which Adam Smith would have replied, the invisible man got it all done. Or at least his invisible hand. The miracle of the free market. 1,000 small decisions, each made in a frictionless environment by 1,000 independent actors, all resulting in a sublime concert of grocery greatness. Managing money is actually less complicated. We have convinced ourselves that we need these priests because economics is above our pay grade to comprehend, but it isn't. And VOW will make that point clear in a relatively short term. So, standing where I am, looking at all of you here today, I feel that sense of promise. It's promising that we can look forward to a time when the value that we worked so hard to produce, to collect, to bequeath, isn't destroyed by the whims of small-minded people with the power to do so. It's promising that we can take back the power of our own money. It's promising that we may return to solemn vows, to honor, and to integrity. And so, by now, it should be crystal clear to those of you in the audience that you are the solution and a crucial component in our success. In providing liquidity to the VOW ecosystem, you make it undeniably real. You make it unquestionably viable. You make it invulnerable. So I want to share with you a little of the excitement that we feel for the projects we're all working on. As Chief Technology Officer of CryptoSpace, I'm directing the integration of our infrastructure to serve VOW's needs. This will help power VOW in Latin America, which is a fertile and eager market. From our network of ATMs, to our white-labeled crypto exchange, to a contact book that extends from Mexico to Colombia, to Barcelona, to Vietnam, our partnership with VOW will place CryptoSpace exactly where it needs to be, as the nexus between sovereign currencies and the VOW ecosystem. Separately, my partner Michael and I, as co-founders of Alluvial Rewards, are building VOW Taxi, an initiative that will allow V-currency users to teleport value across blockchains. This has never been done before. This means VOW users can now send their V-Euro to Solana, buy a Civic token on a DEX, exit their position for V-Euro, and then teleport those funds to Cosmos so they can trade in Moonbeam. So what VOW Taxi does is to make V-currencies ubiquitous. It makes them the lingua franca of the blockchain space. At present, we have support for Ethereum, Cosmos, Polkadot, Avalanche, Near, Solana, and all of the EVMs, with Radix, EOS, and others coming soon. The beta is almost ready, and we're going to be looking for testers. Of course, Michael will be speaking about VTravel, which is also a formidable development within the ecosystem, and we are all super excited at what he has built. Finally, there are a number of partnerships currently under wraps with important players in the US. As these relationships come online, they will bring significant transaction volume, which would put your capital to work. I'm certain this will make you all very happy. So, our future is indeed promising. Thank you. Dankeschön.
Erick, Calder. I knew he had this superstar thing going on when I was so, but now I know why, so thank you very much.